everyone, I hope you're all super well. Can we just get two things out of the way and then we can kind of move forward? One is the frizzy state that is my current hair situation. I don't know, I am trying my hardest to sort it out and be all natural with it, but I think it's grumpy with me and it's due to be cut, and there we go. So I've done something with it. And the other thing is just this random dry patch that I've got on my chin. It's really weird. Every now and again it pops up and it's quite sore and not very nice. I don't know what it is. It's always in the same area as well. So if anyone knows what that could be, let me know in the comments. I kind of hit it with a lot of very moisturising things and that usually calms it back down again, but I'd kind of like to know what on earth it is in the first place. So anyway, let's get past those things. It's the end of August, which can only mean one thing. It is the best and worst of beauty for August. Yay! It's nearly September. Yay! It's crazy how quick the time's going, but I'm totally fine with that because it's coming into my favourite time of year. I love autumn. I also love winter. I'm really hoping we'll get a proper winter and fall stroke autumn this year where, you know, it's nice and crisp and cold and I can bust out some jumpers and making lovely warming things to eat. It's just, I love that time of year. It's my favourite. Plus then you get Christmas and then it's my little boy's birthday, so there's so much to look forward to. So anyway, as I said, this is my best and worst of beauty for August. I've got a few things to go through. I think I've got about 10, a few not so great products but lots of really good ones. So grab yourself a beverage of your choice, maybe a bit of a snack, and settle down and we'll go through what's been rocking my world in August. Okay, so let's get the not so great things out of the way so then we can clear the decks and move on to the nice stuff. The first one is this one from La Roche Posay, and it is their Serozinc, don't know if that's how you pronounce it, spray. It's a zinc sulfate solution for oily blemish prone skin, and it's also suitable for acne prone skin. You get 150 ml and essentially, I'll show you, you see that? It's a really fine mist spray thing which they say is a toner for oily and blemish prone skin. I don't get it. This was a YouTube made me buy it quite some time ago. I managed to pick up one in the sale. Not that they're ridiculously expensive to start off with. I can't use this during the day. I have to use it at night, and the reason for that is it seems to make me more oily than I would have been had I have not used it. How that works when it's for oily skin, I don't know. Maybe my skin is just that kind of special skin which just has issues with this. It's nice, it's very refreshing, it's been really good for this time of year with the fact that it's been so hot, but it does kind of dry down and leaves a bit of a weird residue on the skin as well, which doesn't feel particularly comfortable, or at least I don't find it comfortable. It's kind of sticky and just not nice. So when this has run out, and there's quite a lot left in here, when it's run out I won't be repurchasing this. I really fell for the whole, yay, this is amazing, you must go buy it. Maybe it will work for you, I don't know, but it just didn't work for me. So sorry La Roche Posay, I love lots of your other stuff, but not this. Whilst we're talking about La Roche Posay, we may as well get another of their products out the way. This is another thing I picked up in the sale. I think I actually got it possibly from the same website, and I was so excited when I saw this. I didn't know they made a BB cream, and I love a lot of their blue label, I want to say, skincare products, the ones that are designed for like oily, blemish prone skin like mine, and I just thought, my goodness, Effaclar have a BB cream. I'm going to have to get me some of that. It's very similar packaging to Estee Lauder's Double Wear Light, which appealed to me because I really like that foundation. You get 30ml in here, which is the same as most foundations, and you get an SPF of 20 in here. It says on the front, instant oil absorbing coverage cream mousse, and I got this in fair stroke light. They're not kidding when they say that this is a mousse, and I don't think this is probably the best packaging to carry a mousse, and I will show you. It will probably behave itself right now. Yeah, it kind of behaved itself. It tends to make the most disgusting sound when you squeeze this out. Oh my goodness! It's just, I knew it was going to do this. It's going to behave. This is what it looks like. It's like a lot of other mousse textured kind of foundations that I've come across over my time. Let's just have a look at the colour of it. You have to be really careful with this because, as you might have just seen then, it doesn't instantly adhere itself to your skin, and it can kind of fly around a little bit. But yes, I have way too much on my hand right now. But there it is. That's certainly not blended out because I've got a ton on my hand right now. But again, the reason why I don't like this is it makes me really oily. And I've used it quite a few times with different combinations of products on my skin.
With primer, without primer, with setting powder, without setting powder, different kinds of moisturisers.
And you should not have to work that hard for something that's supposed to not make you oily, or at least, what did it say? Yeah. Instant oil absorbing. You shouldn't have to work that hard for it to not make you oily. Do you know what I mean? And it was quite cheap. I can't remember exactly how much it was, but it was worth a punt. It was probably around the £5 mark, I feel. I'll check and I'll pop it on screen. But it's utter pants. The coverage is okay, you know, it does feel quite nice. It's very mousse-like in texture, so if that's not a thing that you're going to like, you won't like this because it's very moussey. But I just find that it doesn't really last very long. It just doesn't do a very good job, so I'm glad I didn't spend too much money on this. I think this would probably suit even dry skin types because it just doesn't really do anything for the fact that I have oily skin. But at least it gives you a good idea of what the fair to light colour is. It is actually quite dark, I think, for fair to light personally. I am now going to wash my hands. The next thing I want to talk about was from one of my, might have been my second latest in beauty boxes, and it's this from Rodial. We'll go with Rodial, that seems the most likely name, and it's their Stem Cell Cleansing Cream, a 2-in-1 cleanser and mask for dehydrated skin with stem cells, rosehip and vitamin E. Now, with this, I'm kind of like on the fence a little bit. I don't really hate it, there's nothing really offensive about it, but I also don't absolutely love it and want to jump up on my roof and tell everyone. I chose it for one of the latest in beauty boxes. I always do the ones where you to choose what items you want to go in your little box of goodies. Check it out because for control freaks like me, it's really good. Have a look at my unboxings if you want to know a little bit more about latest in beauty. But I chose this one because I really liked the sound of it, and when I looked it up online it sounded quite exciting. It's quite expensive as well, and I, probably like most people, are kind of attracted to the more expensive things because you kind of assume that they're going to be amazing. You get 70ml in here, so I don't think this was a full size one, but essentially it's just a cream cleanser, and I think I've discovered that cream cleansers are not for me. I'll just show you what it looks like. It's a really pretty rose scented creamy cleanser. I've still got a fair amount in here. It doesn't really remove waterproof makeup particularly well, so if I'm taking my makeup off in the evening, I do prefer to use an oil-based makeup remover just purely because it just sorts out waterproof mascara really easy. The times that I have been using this and actually quite enjoying it has been maybe in the morning, if I wake up and my skin's feeling a bit dehydrated and it just needs a very quick injection of moisture, and that's definitely what you get with this. So it's just a really nice, soothing, calming cleanser. It smells gorgeous. It is beautiful. If you like rose, then you'll definitely like this. It's fairly subtle, but it's really pretty, and I absolutely love rose scented stuff. Another good point about this as well is it's really gentle, to the point that if ever my skin is feeling irritated or angry or sore, or like with this thing that I've got going on my chin, which is super sore sometimes, It doesn't sting at all when I use this cleanser. So if you have sensitive skin, then it's really good in that respect. I don't think I would race out and buy a whole bottle. I can't think off the top of my head how much it is, but I know it's enough to make you think, oh, I don't know, that's actually quite expensive. That's kind of why I'm on the fence with it, because it is lovely. If it was a bit cheaper, maybe I'd get it again. But again, I wouldn't really be using it to remove makeup, so I don't tend to use it very often. It's just when my skin needs that extra bit of hydration. Oh, but it does smell nice though. The next thing I've got that I want to talk about is a lip product. Now, this is from a company that I must admit I still don't fully understand. They don't have the best website from what I've seen, and I've got a sneaking suspicion it is one of these kind of rep company type things, a bit like Avon or something. I don't know if I'm saying it all wrong, so apologies. It's this lip balm from Forever Living. Now, when I first heard of the brand, I instantly thought of something to do with death. I don't know why, I don't know if that's just me, but it kind of makes it sound like some kind of futuristic company you'd go to prolong your life somehow. Maybe that's just my overactive imagination. I watch far too many films. It's a lovely lip balm. This was actually given to me from a friend of my sister, and from what I understand, she actually sells these products. And it's their Aloe Lips with Jojoba. When I first got this, I thought, oh, I love getting new lip balms. I love lip balm. And I've been using this to death. No pun intended. And it's lovely. You get 4.25 grams in here. It's a very, very lightweight, very greasy, kind of oily textured lip balm. So if those kind of textures aren't for you, then you probably won't like this. Because of the fact that it does have a very thin, slippery texture, it doesn't last very long either. So again, if you're not in the business of wanting to reapply lip balm all the time, it might not be for you. However, as a lip balm junkie, this does hold a place in my heart because it's just really handy to chuck in your pocket so that I know that I've got a really nice lip balm that I can quickly just chuck on, and it just gives you that instant pow of moisture that sometimes your lips need when they're feeling like really dehydrated, and it works really quickly. It feels very comfortable. The scent is nice. I'm not even sure I could describe the scent of that. It's actually quite sweet smelling. From what I understand, their products are all very natural. I'll see if I can find out a little bit more, do a bit more digging. It's always just a bit scary when you don't really know much about a company, so I do need to look into it a bit more, but I think this is $2.99, so it's quite a good price. If I can find a link for this lip balm, I will pop it down below, because unlike other stuff when I talk about it, it's generally brands that people have heard of. Because this is a new one to me, I'm kind of assuming it will be a new one to you guys too. So I'll pop a link down below and then you can have a look at it if it sounds interesting. Okay, so the next thing I've got is something that I picked up from the Amazon Prime Day haul. And when I saw this, I mean, it's cheap to buy anyway, but when I started to look at the reviews, I got really excited because the positive reviews were absolutely amazing. It's this from Naturals, and it's their 100% pure jojoba oil. It's 100% natural, unrefined, chemical free, it's cold pressed and all that good stuff. Now, when I first mentioned this one, I wanted to see how it compared to this jojoba oil from MV Organics. There is a huge price difference between these two, and I was really keen to see if it could live up to this one for obvious reasons, with the fact that it's cheaper. This one has very nearly run out. I've been using this loads. I don't know if you can see, I'll just point out to you, I've got down to about here, and this bottle was pretty much full when I got it, and you don't need a lot, so you know, I've been slathering it all over the place. And I can quite happily say that in my unprofessional capacity, I really don't notice a difference. They are both jojoba oil, as far as I know, from what it says on the packaging, and they both do the same thing. Like I said, as far as I know, I'm no professional when it comes to cold pressed oils for beauty. I'm sure there are people out there who are paid a lot of money who would know what the difference is and could tell the difference and would make that differentiation between the price and think that it's worth it. but to me and my own little world of knowledge, I think it's lovely stuff. I love the fact that it comes in this huge glass bottle. I believe this is the case with most stuff like this. The reason why it's in this kind of old school medicine dark colour is to stop UV rays from damaging the oil inside. If you didn't know that, that's why a lot of essential oils come in dark bottles. And I like the fact that it's got a pipette as well, so you can pull up as much of the oil as you want, and then you can really easily dispense it as well. I just love messing around with pipettes, to be honest. When you start looking into the benefits of using something like this on your skin and your hair, it's actually really fantastic stuff. And I think this was somewhere around the £10 mark. I'll confirm the current price on screen from what I can find. But just have a look at some of the reviews on it, because they are quite amazing, and it gives you lots of ideas in terms of where else you can use the product. You can use it in your hair or scalp, your body, on your face, on your lips. It's really good for acne prone skin. It's just lovely stuff. Obviously it's an oil, so it's excellent at removing makeup as well, which I know that this one suggests you can do, but I'm not about to use an oil that costs the best part of, is it nearly £30 as a makeup remover. You'd fly through it and you'd probably cry a bit because of how much it is. Don't really see a difference. Check it out because I think it's really good. The next two products I want to talk about are both hair care products, so I may as well mention them at the same time. The first is this one from Palmer's, and it's their Coconut Oil Formula Co-Wash. And the other one I want to talk about is this one from Devacurl, and it's their Supercream Coconut Curl Styler. So, just to talk about the co-wash first, if you're unfamiliar with the term co-washing, from what I understand, it's a non-lathering wash that you can use to obviously clean your hair. It's a much healthier thing that you can do in between washing it normally with maybe a more traditional shampoo. But like I said at the beginning of the video, I'm really trying hard to respect my hair, even though I don't think it's actually appreciating it. But I'm doing a lot of research, I'm trying really hard to respect my curly hair and just understand a bit more how to treat it. And Superdrug had an offer for this recently. I think I picked it up for about $3.99. You get 473ml in here. And I thought, for $3.99 it's got to be worth trying just to see if I can cope with washing my hair and it not lather. I know that sounds a bit crazy, but when you've always used a lathering shampoo, it's a bit surreal to think you're going to wash your hair and it not kind of really soap up. But I thought, it's got to be worth a shot, you know, it's how I should be looking after my hair. And I'm really pleased to say that I've been super pleasantly surprised. It's amazingly clean feeling after using this, and it's just so surreal. It feels a little bit like you're washing your hair with conditioner, which is another thing that you can do as well. But this, I think, is actually supposed to be able to wash your hair a bit better than a conditioner. Just to read to you what it says on the back, this no lather shampoo alternative gently cleanses and safely protects hair without stripping away moisture. Free of harsh detergents, this sulfate-free formula of pure coconut oil and keratin softens and detangles for healthier looking, easy to manage hair. You do need to apply quite a lot each time you use it. It recommends on the back 12 to 20 pumps or 20 to 40 pumps if you've got thicker or longer hair. So you'd think that you'd fly through this, but I've still got quite a lot left in here. Applied directly to the scalp in sections and add a splash of water to emulsify. Since this product is free of sulfates, it will not lather. Massage thoroughly through hair, comb through and leave in for the duration of the shower or for as long as possible for maximum cleansing and conditioning. So you can actually use this instead of your regular shampoo and conditioner. It just kind of does everything. I know, amazing. And I'm really enjoying using it. I'm down to washing my hair with a more traditional lathering soap only once a week, which is amazing. I think that's probably going to be much better for the fact that my hair is colour treated and obviously the fact that it's naturally curly, so I think my hair will be appreciating that too. I can't say that I'm completely there yet. Obviously, I said at the beginning of the video, I'm going through a bit of a difficult patch with my hair at the moment. Whether it's because my hair is so used to chemicals it's just having a grump with me because it's trying to forget the fact that I used to use them. I don't know, I've heard that's possibly a thing. So I think I just need to ride it out and continue. It's a bit of a frustrating journey, but I know in the end it will be worth it. So the second hair care product that I mentioned was this one from Devacurl, and it's their Supercream Coconut Curl Styler. Now this stuff is not cheap. You get 150ml in here, and I believe this was around £26. And yes, I did flinch a little bit when I got it. I sort of went click. It wasn't pleasant. I was seduced into getting it through watching YouTube, as most of my purchases, but I just thought from all the reviews that I'd read, it sounded amazing, and when it turned up, I could not wait to try it. It smells divine. If you don't like coconut, you will not like this, but it's not a really in-your-face synthetic coconut scent, it's just a really nice, just natural, yummy coconut scent. And when I first used this, honestly, my hair just went like this. It was like it just sighed with happiness, and I think I probably did a little bit too, because it made my hair feel amazing. It felt so soft, so gorgeous, so hydrated. I'm a little bit about it because it's expensive. Where am I up to? I'm up to here. So, you know, I've used a fair bit of it already. I've tried using a lot of it in sections. I've used a little bit less, just all in one go, all over my hair. And I haven't found the magic formula yet to get it looking great all day. I can get my hair looking great initially, like after it's dried, and I just think, yes, I've cracked it. And then literally within a few hours, it started to get frizzy. So, I don't know. I need to invest more time, probably more money, but a bit more research into what on earth I'm doing with my hair. So, I do absolutely love this product, but at the moment it's not quite doing what I want it to. So I can't quite rave about it yet. But I do love it for how my hair initially looks after I've styled it. I just wish that my frizz would just go away. Okay, I've got 3 more products I want to talk about, and they all kind of fit in the same category. I've shown them very briefly in previous videos when I first got them for my birthday. Can you guess what it is that I'm going to mention? I have 2 eyeshadow palettes and a brush set as well. What should we talk about first? Okay, let's go with the thing that's probably been around for a really long time, and it's from Decay, and it's their Naked 2 palette. And my gorgeous husband got me this for my birthday. He knew that I'd been coveting it, I'd mentioned it a lot. He couldn't believe how expensive it was when he went to buy it. I think he was possibly a bit shocked. It's such a gorgeous palette. So many people have talked about this that I probably won't go into tons of detail, but it's just so pretty. I love so many of the colours in here. I've not really been that into eyeshadow for that long. I was when I was younger, and then I just kind of didn't bother for ages. And then I started watching YouTube videos, and I just thought, I don't really have any eyeshadow, and then it was a slippery slope from there. And I just thought, my life would not be complete if I did not get an Decay palette. The brush that you actually get in here isn't too bad, got quite a nice weight to it. I don't tend to use this end of the brush, I tend to use the bigger side of the two, but there are just some beautiful, beautiful colours in here. I really love anything that's kind of gold shimmery. I tend to stick to a lot of the more safe, lighter colours because I don't really have much call to go anything more dramatic than just an everyday look. So I think this is a beautiful palette. I think it is quite expensive for what it is. I think, you know, it's pushing £40. I'm not 100% sure if it's really worth it. You're getting 12 shades in here, and I haven't done the maths to work out how good a value that is because you're getting 1.3 grams in each little pan. Some of the colours I've not even tried yet, but now that it's coming into sort of autumn, winter, I'll definitely be trying some of the others out. The other palette I want to talk about is the one that I got from Sephora, and it is this one from Tarte. This was in their sale. I couldn't believe I managed to snatch one of these up because it had been on sale for ages and I thought it was a bargain, and I couldn't believe that they hadn't all gone. And now that I've used it quite a few times, I still don't really understand why there was some left, because this is just gorgeous. This is kind of everything you need for a really nice everyday look. This is their Energy Noir palette, and apologies, I don't think this is probably available anymore, but there are some really similar colours in here as in the Naked 2 palette. And I use this quite, if I'm not using the Naked 2 palette, then I'm using this one. The only thing that I'm not 100% in love with is actually the blush in this one. I'd have preferred a blush in here that wasn't quite so nude and a little bit more of a pinky colour. I think a pinky colour blush would just go a bit better with the shades that are in there, but on camera that probably does look quite pink, but it isn't. It does come off a little bit more nude on the skin. But the highlight's really nice, the colours all really wearable and gorgeous. I'm really into a very kind of grey and pink toned makeup look at the moment. That's my 9 times out of 10 go-to daytime look. So this one's been getting a lot of action in terms of that, because that's mainly the colours that are in there, and I just think it looks really pretty. So absolutely love that palette. So the very last thing to talk about are these Zoeva brushes. I'm thinking of maybe doing a separate review video on these, because I want to give them their dues and talk about them in a bit more detail, but perhaps not here because I feel like I've been talking an absolute ton. They come in this lovely case. This is what my son got me for my birthday, not that he really knew it, but there you go. You get 6 brushes in here, and sorry, they do need a clean, but they get well loved. I love the handles. The handles have got this really tactile, smooth, wooden, it's just gorgeous to handle. And in here you get the 227 Luxe Soft Definer, the 238 Luxe Precise Shader, the 317 Wing Liner, the 322 Brow Line, the 230 Luxe Pencil, and the 228 Luxe Crease. Now, one of these brushes I don't tend to use that much, and that's actually the Brow Line brush. When I first got this set, I did use it just because obviously it was part of the set, but I'm actually finding myself not really reaching for it, and that's probably because of the fact that I don't tend to use brow products that would require a brush, like a pomade or something. I just don't really go in for that kind of thing, so I will maybe have to try it for a winged eyeliner and see how that goes. But the other brushes, I use these probably on a daily basis. The only one that doesn't see so much action as the others maybe is the Luxe Soft Definer, the 227. But these 4, they're all I personally need to be able to do my eye makeup. What I tend to do, if I'm using the Naked palette, I'll use the brush in there to lay down some colour, and then I'll usually blend it out a little bit with the Luxe Crease. I'll add some detail with the Luxe Pencil. So good for that. I've already got a brush very similar to this, but it's a little bit bigger, and because this is a bit smaller, it makes putting on some detail maybe in your crease or something, or outer corner, super easy. If you want to add a bit of detail, this Luxe Precise Shader is fantastic, really good for a little inner corner highlight, or if you just want to add some really fine detail, really good for that. And then the Wing Liner one I use, and this is my go-to angled brush for when I do like a smoky, smudgy shadow line. It's just got a really nice amount of length to it, so that you get a bit of bend and flex when you're actually moving it around. And I can't really explain it, but it just makes it a lot easier to do a really nice liner look with powder. And I love this brush. It's just the perfect amount of bristles. It's nice and thin. It's just got a nice movement to it as well. When you're obviously trying to apply shadow to a really precise area, it just feels like it makes the whole job a lot more effortless. So I've not had any issues with this at all. In fact, the whole set, I've not had any issues with any of the brushes shedding. I think they're absolutely fantastic, and I think they're really good value considering you can spend a lot of money on makeup brushes. These are excellent value and they're really good quality as well. So Zoeva brushes, I continue to absolutely love them. So that is it from me. I hope everyone is really well. Sorry if this has been a bit of a long one. My best and worst of beauties always tend to be a little bit long, but hopefully it was really enjoyable. If you're one of my new subscribers, hi and thank you so much for joining me here. I really appreciate you subscribing to my channel. It's really nice to know that there's an audience out there that are interested in the content that I'm producing, so thank you so much. If this video was enjoyable, just give me a thumbs up down below just so that I know, and I will see you again soon. Bye! I have no idea how much to put on. I'm just conscious of the fact that it said it was highly pigmented, but it said something about 1 drop would be enough, but it's a sample, I don't know. Anyway, let's see how this blends.